All right, let's get right into it. For a while now, when we've talked about AI in the legal world, we've mostly pictured it as this super smart research tool, right? Something that just knows a ton of stuff. But the whole game is shifting right under our feet. We are now stepping into an era where legal AI is moving way beyond just knowing things to actually doing things. And that's a huge shift, from being a passive library to an active member of the legal team.
And this is the perfect way to think about the difference. Imagine your standard AI model is like this brilliant law student, okay? They've memorized every single casebook, aced the bar exam. They have this incredible encyclopedic knowledge. Pretty impressive, for sure. But now picture an AI that has skills. This AI is more like a sharp junior associate. It doesn't just know the law, it knows how to navigate the firm's software, how to actually file documents with the court, how to go out and pull public records. You see the difference? One has knowledge, the other has know-how.
So how exactly does an AI make that incredible leap from being a book-smart student to a task-crushing associate? Let's pull back the curtain and really unpack what's going on here. Well, the key idea here is something called agentic AI. And this isn't just about generating text anymore. We're talking about an AI that's been given specific skills, tools that let it become an active agent in the world. It can carry out these complex multi-step tasks all by itself because it can interact with different pieces of software, connect to databases, and work with other systems. So the bottom line is, it's not just a chatbot anymore, it's a do-bot.
That all sounds pretty powerful in theory, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at how these AI skills are being put to work right now in legal services. You know, what's really interesting here is that one of the biggest impacts isn't happening in these giant corporate law firms. It's in high-volume areas like housing court. So an AI with intake skills can have a conversation with a tenant who's facing eviction, automatically figure out their situation, map it to a legal aid database, and even generate a first draft of a defense pleading. Or, with a database skill, it can instantly check city records to see if a landlord is even properly registered. I mean, this just cuts through so much red tape for the people who need legal help the most. And it's not just about access to justice. These skills are also completely changing the day-to-day life of practicing attorneys. It's all about creating what people are calling the augmented lawyer. The idea is to connect all the separate, isolated tools that a lawyer uses and link them together into one seamless, continuous chain of actions. So for example, instead of a lawyer having to manually check court websites every single day, an AI with a monitoring skill can watch the dockets 24/7. The second a new document gets filed, it can grab it, summarize it, and draft an update memo for the whole team. Or think about e-discovery. Instead of just reading text, the AI can actually interface with platforms like Relativity to automatically cluster documents, flag specific clauses, and build out a case timeline in minutes, not weeks. So you can imagine, with tools this powerful, the impact goes way beyond just daily tasks. It's actually starting to reshape the very structure of the legal profession itself.
For the longest time, legal advantage came from sheer scale, right? Having a huge army of associates to manually plow through mountains of documents. But this table shows how that's changing. The new model just flips that whole idea on its head. The AI handles the scale, it handles the task execution, it handles the information gathering, and what does that do? It frees up the human lawyer to focus entirely on what actually matters most: their judgment, their strategy, and their analysis.
And this right here is the absolute core takeaway. When the AI can handle all that tedious fact-finding and organizational work, the lawyer gets elevated. Their main value is no longer in finding the information, but in using their human expertise and wisdom to make brilliant strategic decisions based on the information that the AI serves up.
And this all comes together in something people are calling workflow orchestration. Just look at this sequence of events, because it's pretty amazing. It starts with a single trigger. An email arrives from opposing counsel. From there, the AI kicks into gear. It reads the email, extracts the key deadlines and attachments, automatically updates the firm's case management system, logs the time for billing, and even drafts a response for a human partner to review and approve. It's one smooth, integrated, and automated process.
Now, this whole transformation is happening incredibly fast, and it brings with it a really critical question about the future, one that the legal profession is just now starting to grapple with. So here's the big question I want to leave you with. If AI is doing so much of that foundational work, the document review, the case summaries, the docket trapping, how will new lawyers ever learn the ropes? How do we train the next generation to develop sound legal judgment when they're not doing the very manual tasks where that judgment has always been built? It's a huge challenge, and it really gets to the heart of what the future of legal expertise is going to look like.